And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TVC live YouTube channel. We're getting ready to have a match starting between TVC and
Kenya Army.
Another match that is underway right now, running concurrent in the indoor arena, is between GSU and the Kenya Defense Forces. That match is yet to start. This one is just about to start. So we will be bringing you this live, but keeping you updated on the match inside. My name is Florence Bosire, alongside my long lost friend.
Well, lost but now found. My name is Manuel Legon for Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Of course. And this live is coming to courtesy of TVC and Mafro Sports. We are bringing you the match between Kenya Army and Trailblazers Volleyball Club. And on the side, we'll also give you updates of what's happening in the indoor gymnasium between GSU and Kenya Defense Forces. We can call them arch rivals. The match outside here is going to serve off in just a bit. So we are going to keep you updated on who the referees are and more details about the match in just a bit. So welcome to this broadcast. And let us know where you're watching from. Let us know whom you're rooting for in this particular match. And also in the match between GSU and KDF. So yeah, do not go too far. We will be back shortly once that match serves off. Oh yeah, informed that we are going to get the names of the referees in a bit. And there you have it.
The first referee is Judy Musinya. Second referee, Gladys Mwania.
Oh well, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one, considering the way that Kenya Army played yesterday with Equity Bank, and also TVC have had quite a good record. Well, not like it was in the first season, but we are hoping that they are able to maintain that run that they've displayed so far. But yeah, once it serves off, we'll be back with you here. So do not go too far. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's TVC and Kenya Army, and of course, just to answer some of the questions that we have on the online comment section. Of course, if there's a match that is playing between TVC and any other team, we will definitely start with that. But like we have said, we will bring you updates of whatever is happening in the other court. So bear with us in that regard, because we are going to, we are streaming this game. Wanasema mcheza kwao tuzwa, ama kila mwamba ngoma hufanya nini? Huivuta kwake. Kwa hivyo itabidi tuvute hii yetu mwanzo. But like we've said, we have another camera that will be on standby to bring you all the action as well. Part of the action of, from the match that is ongoing in the indoor court.
I think trust that you'll be getting a bit of highlights on that match.
Yes.
Fortunately, we are not at a place where we can stream both games concurrently. We do apologize for any inconveniences caused, but you will indeed get the highlights and the final result of that particular match. And the match is on TVC. Again,
yes, it is Ogwa going to serve for Trailblazers Volleyball Club. With that jump float there. Nicely picked by the libero there. Mombo thinks and goes in there. Is that Wanyama or who is it? No, it's actually not Wanyama. But we'll, of course, it's Wanyama now with the service. And Kenya Army are leading by 3 points. TVC at 1. And they seem to be complained there by the referees. I mean the coaches, TVC. There is an issue with the officiation at the officiation desk there. Ladies and gents, bear with us. We are going to bring you this match between TVC and Kenya Army. And of course, highlights of what's happening in the indoor court. Of course, if you can see as well, the fans have also moved to the indoor arena. But this is a TVC match, so it becomes priority number 1 for us. But we have surely promised that we will give you updates and highlights from the other one that is playing in the indoor arena. It is Wanyama there with that beautiful pipe, being able to surpass, go through the 3-man block there. Okelo, Nimrod, and Mbappe. And Kenya Army leading by 3 points now in this very first set. Really nice block. Nice attack by the Kenya Army side, leading by 5 points.
Against one of TVC.
It's one of TVC. The match between GSU and KDF is yet to start. They are having conversations. Each team on the side. Gatia with that set, and then it's Mbappe who is stopped by that literal wall there by Kenya Army. It's Wanyama again with that continued service. Let's see how it's going to be. Ogwa receives it. It's Ngatia with that set, and it's Nimrod Kamadi with that clinical finish there. Nicely set by Ngatia, of course, and Hamadi donning jersey number 12 for TVC with that finish. It is Okelo with a service. Okelo Eugene with a service for TVC, of course, trailing by 4 points. Okelo with that service. Mombos. Oh, it was supposed to be a pipe to Wanyama, but it did not quite go well. And Kamadi quite simply getting that block out. Emmanuel Meli is having a conversation with his counterpart in that middle blocking area about where to serve. Okelo again looks at the libero, goes for him. Are they able to block? Clifford Omanya there is too slow. And Kenya Army are able to run away with that. I think they've really come to this match guns blazing, the Army side. Really defending their side from any form of attack from TVC.
Indeed,
James Mutero there having a conversation with his side. The match between GSU and KDF has served off. And I think the first 2 points, the first point actually has gone to GSU. They're able to get it. Yes, it is 1-1 in the match between GSU and KDF. Like we said, we are going to bring you these updates as they happen. And the fans, of course, each team has an equal share of fans, but considering that GSU have been dominating in this for eons, for I mean over a decade now, of course a lot of the fans are behind the Kenya Defence Forces side, which is now leading by 2 points. TVC and Kenya Army, we are at 5-7, just 2 points separating the two teams. And there seems to be a conversation there between the officials of either side with their players and also some with the referees there. I don't know what the point of contention is at the moment, but there seems to be a hold in a pause in that match. Jean-Claude Masezerano there having a conversation with Ngatia, who is the setter on court. Coach Omondi there having a conversation with Ogwa and the rest of the team really. And that match is going to resume. GSU 3 points, KDF 3. Really solid block again from Omanya and Ngatia for TVC. Florence, what do you think about this match? And even the match that is going on in the indoor court?
Well,
is it something that's obvious in as far as where the match will go?
Really isn't
or
anything
is it
obvious about the league matches, like I have been insisting from the word go. No team can be underrated in these league competitions. From the onset, we've seen teams that have been looked at as being inferior come up and pull up surprises on many occasions. Even this sixth leg, we've had a lot of surprises. Also, looking at the scores right now, you see Kenya Army has been leading for the better part of the match. If not taken care of, then it is possible that they might just pull up another surprise match to the disappointment of TVC. I also realize that TVC is well equipped. It is has a rich continuation of players who have had a lot of experience in playing the game, even from Mutare volleyball. We've seen the likes of James Mutero, who has played Mutare volleyball, has been an attacker and also converted into a libero. While anything is possible. About the match inside, again, we have seen GSU lose, and like they say, you are as good as your last performance.
Well,
so
it's
anything can happen.
Point by point, really. As it is outside, it is in the indoor court. It's 5-ups in the match between GSU and KDF, and here between TVC and Kenya Army as well. I think they've done service out of court in the KDF side, and so GSU are effectively leading by 1 point. Kenya Army leading at 10, TVC 9.
Gatia with a beautiful set again. Adams is proving to be unstoppable, just like yesterday.
Yeah.
He did play really well, was instrumental in the win for TVC yesterday. against Rift Valley Prisons.
Service by is that Ngatia? It goes out of court, and these mistakes really nice formations in the match between KDF and GSU, and KDF back at 7 points, GSU 6, and that indoor gymnasium is packed beyond capacity. At some point we will bring you the highlights from that match as well. But as it stands, Kenya Army are leading by 2 points now. Ogwa goes for it, picks it, and it is Okello. That combination between Okello and Ngatia is yet to really function in as far as the attacking is concerned. There is 7 ups in the match between KDF and GSU. Oh, look at that. They are going to have to make a change there, I want to believe so. The Captain James Mtero there having a conversation with the referee there,
complaining on a possible overreach on that ball.
It's bit by bit in the match between GSU and KDF. Wanyama there asking for that ball, and he doesn't disappoint his setter Mombos. Look at that 5-point lead, quite a confident lead, comfortable lead for the Kenya Army side. We'll see if we can give you a sneak peek of what's happening in the indoor court as the match goes on. Actually, the TVC side is getting quite pep talk from the coaches there.
A lot of tension from the bench there. Players not quite played as was anticipated.
And KDF seem to have gotten an early lead to this match. They are leading by 10 points. GSU is at 8. It's been bit by bit, point by point so far, but up to this particular point they are leading by 2 points. KDF, seems I spoke too soon because they just did a net serve. Wanyama goes for it. Is it Wanyama? It goes all the way to Kiptanui, who sends it out of court, and TVC get another point. It's now 12
13
15.
I beg your pardon. Ball is still out.
It
Well
is
set again.
well set.
Powerful attack.
Tanui this time around is able to get that point, I suppose. Or is it out of court?
It is on court.
Look at that. It was Nimrod Hamadi alone, and Philip Ngatia on the other end was not able to pick it up. It's 16-12. Ogwa couldn't agree with Mutero, the libero there, but Nimrod Hamadi goes for that brilliant finish. The issue of infrastructure, of course, posing quite a challenge for the KDF side, but quite a good finish by Joshua, who is formerly of Equity Bank. But it is 11 for GSU and 10 for KDF. It's 11 ups now because there is a net touch there. Kenya Army on this other end, back to their solid 4-point lead against TVC. They make a change and they continue with their service. It's Ogwa who picks it up this time around, and it is Nimrod. Still in play. For some point stopped. Mbappe is stopped. And if you ask me, TVC are yet to get into this match.
They are still
They are
warm
yet
up
to
into
really-
the match. Seems to be a lot of miscoordination, a lot of lack of attack, so to speak. They're making a lot of mistakes on attack. James Mutero doing his best to make sure that the backcourt department is really functional, but the attackers not quite doing it as they are expected.
Well, yeah, you can only do much. There is a net touch by the Kenya Army side, and James Mutero will not be happy with his teammates there. He is the captain, and so
Well, out
GSU
goes
with the-
Ngatia, and in comes Masezerano.
oh, Masezerano has come on court. It's 5 points, trailing by 5 points. TVC. Nimrod Hamadi with that nice service. Oh, it bounces off the net without any touch. It's Nimrod, and he's able to get that point. I think Masezerano has trusted him to deliver, and deliver he is. He's delivering for his team. Agri Kibungei for KDF. They are at 13 points each team. Very nice salvage by Nimrod Hamadi, but that movement there by Mbappe sort of disoriented Ogwa, who was going to pick that ball up. Ball goes out of court, referring to a service by KDF. They've made several errors in service,
Ball is still
the
in play.
KDF side. I think that is quite an interesting
Very interesting
save
by
from Jean-Claude Masezerano there, and Omanya is able to finish it in the very end. 5 points still, 4 points now between the two teams. On the inside court, it is GSU leading by 1 point. Are they able to pick it up? Karanja with that finish, and now there is a net touch by Josephat Karanja of KDF, formerly of Strathmore University.
Formerly Strathmore. Ball is still in play.
Oh, James Mutero goes for it,
Another
and it
set.
is Ogwa now.
Well defended
Wanyama
by
still picks it up, and he goes for
For
it.
it.
Is he able to? Oh no, he has made quite a movement on court, and he wasn't able to sustain that run and be able to kill it. Joshua for GSU, stopped by that net there. But it was a beautiful set by Matthias, again formerly of Kenya Forest Service and Strathmore University.
Matthias,
As it stands, KDF 14, GSU 15, and the timeout here by Kenya Army, because they've seen that TVC are getting back to action. TVC 17, Kenya Army 20. It is Mbappe. Is that Mbappe?
it is Mbappe
with a
at the
service.
court. 3 points shy of equalizing with Kenya Army, who has been
And,
leading for a better part of this set.
Is it on court? Yes, it is. Oh, he is stopped. Omanya there
Still in
complaining
play.
on whether there was a net touch or not.
Well defended by Mbappe.
And
So
this
Cloud
time
attempting
around,
to-
oh, did that ball cross the
Don't
net
be-
on the other side of the court? Oh, what a beautiful block by Misiko of GSU. Beautiful block against Agri Kibunge, effectively sending their team on the first timeout that we have seen. It is KDF 14, GSU 17. Something that's almost similar to what we are seeing on the outside court.
Very interesting.
And Wesisi there serves it on the net. Umanya going to serve, and his counterparts there having a conversation with him about the service. TVC 18, Kenya Army 21. And he sends it out of court. All these errors are really going to cost them. They are making a change. Kenya Army.
Actually, 2 changes. Elisha coming in place of
also in the indoor gymnasium. There has just been another net service, like we've seen in the outside court by Chelule of GSU, formerly of Trailblazers Volleyball Club, and it is 2 points between the two teams. There's an issue with the setting there, and Cornelius Lagat is not able to finish that, and he's having a conversation with Matthias there in as far as how that ball was set is concerned. In the outside court, is that Jean-Claude Masezerano with the service? Yes, it is Jean-Claude. And James Mutero still picks it. Mbappe salvages that situation.
It seems to be a problem. He did step on the line.
Seem to have a problem with the line there. 18-16 in the match between GSU and KDF. Matthias with the service. Oh, it is blocked. The libero is the one who set it some way, and it is a free ball that is given, but Mexico is not able to salvage that situation. 17-18 in the match between KDF and GSU in that order.
Net touch on
and a net touch on this other side sends
for
Kenya Army to 23, just a point shy of the set point. They have made a change, KDF replacing Agri with Kimtai, the setters there. And Agri Kibunge is having a conversation with Muya on where that ball will be set. And Kimtai, who comes in as a replacement for Agri for service. Player donning jersey number 14 with a net serve. These errors are going to cost these teams, both the one inside and the one outside. Oh, I thought that ball was going out of play. Nimrod Kamadi. Another error by KDF sends GSU to 20 points. They remain at 17, KDF. In the outside court, TVC is catching up with Kenya Army at 22, Army at 23, and it's the second time out by KDF in the match that is being played in the indoor gymnasium. GSU standing at 20, KDF 17. How are the comments, Florence?
Well, unfortunately, we wish you could do what you want. A majority of you saying that they want the GSU KDF match shown live. Well, in staying true to who we are, we cannot do that right now. But we promise to do that if this match ends well in time. We are actually giving you the highlights of the match as it goes on. So apologies for that. We humbly apologize for the inconveniences caused.
If I will try to sort of paint an image of what's happening on court right now. In the defense line for GSU, we have Misiko, we have Joshua and Matui. On this other end, it is Kim with the set, and the middle blocker for, is it Wekesa, I think? For Kenya Defense Forces. I think there is an overreach by Matui. It was a loose ball, and he sort of extended his arms to dodge it. Set point for Kenya Army as well. On the outside court, they are bringing in Maxwell, KDF, to serve. And Kenya Army at set point. Mbappe receives it. And it is, again, Nimrod who's really stepped up for his side. It's 24 all. It's one-man block. It's one-man block that stops Misiko in his tracks. It's 19 for KDF, 20 for GSU. And Matthias is having none of it because he was left with only a single man blocking him, but he couldn't finish that. TVC leading for the very first time here in this set, and it is Okello who goes to serve. On this other end they are making a change, GSU to bring in Naftali Chumba to replace Misiko for service. Naftali Chumba donning jersey number 17. And in the blocking line there we have Chelule, Matui and Joshua. Naftali goes to serve. Oh yes, it's a beautiful service, nicely picked up. Is it defended? Yes, Matthias goes to pick it up. Naftali with a finish there, but it lands fair and square on the net. And it is 20 for KDF, 21 for GSU. They bring in Kelvin Omuse to replace Muya there. And Omuse is in the blocking defense. On the outside court it's 25 ups. Nimrod again stepping up for his side, TVC. It's 26-25. It's quite a tight one on the outside court. Nicely picked up by Naftali in the inside court. Joshua goes for it, but he's stopped by one man again. His name is Agri Kibunge, also known as Pastor for a majority of you. The match between TVC and Kenya Army again back up at 26 ups. They make another change to bring in Mika Lagat. A lot of you know him as well, I'll get that name. It's quite slipped my mind. Yes, he's called Chebitet by a lot of you, and it's 21 ups. Mika Lagat with such a beautiful service. Joshua goes in hard, evading the blocks of Agri Kibunge, and it is Joshua who goes to serve. GSU 22, KDF 21, and in this match between Kenya Army and TVC it's 26-26. Mbappe picks it. It is Mbappe who finishes it. Oh, what a beautiful finish from the GSU side. And they go to 23, KDF at 21. I think it is Josephat Karanja who was stopped there in his tracks. TVC are at set point.
Yes, 27.
And it is Mbappe with a service. Whether he will convert it is something that we wait to see. Such a beautiful block. Again from Chelule, formerly of Trailblazers Volleyball Club. He is able to stop Josephat Karanja in his tracks. And as it stands, TVC have won the first set. Such a turn of events considering that Kenya Army were leading for most part of the set. And in the indoor court, GSU are at 24 set point. And it's poorly received by Agri Kibunge. And GSU effectively win that set at 24, KDF 21. In the match, in the outside court, TVC win it at 28, Kenya Army 26. What an interesting turn of events, Florence.
Indeed, it was a very long set there. Good that Trailblazers came back from behind and actually won it.
Yes, they have come back from behind to win it, TVC. A little bit of composure there, and we have to give it to Ogwa there and Nimrod Hamadi for stepping up for their teams. And on this other side in the match between GSU and KDF, they have really been able to block it, like they have really been able to defend those loose balls. And Josephat Karanja has been stopped twice consecutively by Chelule and his teammates there. And so as it stands, TVC has the first set, GSU also win the first set. And here are the stats.
26 for Kenya Army and 28 for Trailblazers. The attacks are 14 Trailblazers and 11 Kenya Army blocks, they tie at 5. Services Ace, we have 1 for TBC and 0 Kenya Army. Opponents errors, we have a difference of 2. Kenya Army having 10 and Trailblazers having 8.
Well, it's quite an interesting afternoon here at the NYAYO National Stadium with 2 very interesting matches, thrilling to say the least, that are going on. One between Trailblazers and Kenya Army, the other one between General Service Unit and the Kenya Defense Forces. As it stands, Trailblazers and GSU have won the first sets respectively in their matches, and we'll do as much as possible, as much as we are able to paint a picture of what's happening in the inside court while we show you the images of the match that is ongoing between TBC and Kenya Army. Like we said, we of course are going to show the match that TBC is playing, but we will give you highlights of what's happening in the match between KDF and General Service Unit. We are taking a very short commercial break. We'll be back shortly. Do not go to.
na hivyo nataka nikunywe kahawa bwana.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second set of the match between Kenya Army and Trailblazers Volleyball Club, and also the second set between Kenya Army and GSU has started. It's 1-1 on either side. It's 1-1 on either side, but of course with GSU in the lead and Trailblazers in the lead with 1 set each. While in the inside court we have KDF leading. Oh well, now with that net up by Maxwell, it's 2-2. Kenya Army leading by 1 point. It's 2-1. Mbappe with that pipe plays it rather simply, and it's not enough. Well, there's a block out there by Orwa, and
well, the score's looking like Kenya Army have taken a lead once again. 3-2 right now.
Courtesy of Eugene Okello there. And also it's 3-2 in the outside court, in the indoor court.
Very interesting.
KDF of course with the lead. Libero there does not pick it quite well. And it is Matui who goes in rather hard. Kelvin Omuse ignores that, doesn't go to defend. And therefore ensuring that his colleagues in the backcourt are vulnerable. Maxwell there could not decide where to, pick that ball up from. Eugene Okello, there was an overpass there, and it has come to cost them. The infrastructure bit again, quite a beautiful service from GSU. Courtesy of Joshua, formerly of Equity Bank. Masezerano again. Mbappe goes in hard with that attack, but sends it out of court. Joshua again with the service for GSU. It is Kelvin Omuse, and it is the coach GSU who is having that conversation with Matui, who would have gone in to pick that ball from the other side of the net. Kelly Omuse again with the service, 4 ups for GSU KDF, and 3-4-4. Oh, what a beautiful play from Joshua again. Gets that touch out off of the hands of Josephat Karanja and Agri Kibunge. It's Eugene Okello who picks that ball really nicely. And again, poor coordination between Ogwa there and Mbappe. There is a net touch by Matthias, and because of that wheel there that is used to support that net in the indoor court, there seems to be a slight injury on the side of GSU. It's their setter Matthias. Nimrod Khamadi with the service. Or is it going to be? It's gone out of court.
There seems to be a touch on that ball.
Ogwa was disagreeing with that, but that's how it's going to be. It's 4 points clear, Kenya Army. Well, if the first set is anything to go by, and then TBC are going to pull a comeback, we wait and see that, if that will happen. In the indoor arena, we have GSU at 5, KDF 5. This is the second set. Ogwa picks it up. It is Mbappe now who is so clinical with that, evading the hands of the tall and mighty Kiptanui on the other side of the net. And it is Mbappe who goes to serve. His signature service, easily picked up there. Who is there? It's James Mutero who picks it. It's Ogwa again who goes in hard and sends that ball out of court, of course, off the hands of that 3-man block by Kenya Army. Will there be a possible change in this match between GSU and KDF? We might see Lagat, the setter for GSU, coming in to replace Matthias. Well, they are going to make a change, but it's not Lagat who is coming in. But it is Matthias again, who seems to be okay to continue. The outside court again, there seems to be an issue. Cornelius Agat goes for that rather simply. What's happening there? A little bit of picks it up, Hudson. And Joshua goes for that kill. Such a beautiful, beautiful pipe. We might not see a lot of Matthews in this match if what we are seeing will continue. In the outside court, of course, we are back to play. There is a net touch by Misiko for GSU, and they are back at 6-6. We'll also bring you the scoreline. Kenyami leading at 9, TVC 7, but at least they've reduced that gap. Or now it's just 1 point because Kenya Army have sent that ball out of court with their service errors. Oh, it is Misiko, and that ball hits the lights in the indoor gymnasium. On this other end, it is Omanya with that service, and that attack on the net effectively gives that point again away to TVC. So it's 9-all. Omanya with the service. In the inside court, it's Matthias with the service. Nicely picked by Maxwell. It is Kelly Omuse who plays it past the legendary Cornelius Lagat. And Misiko for GSU. Back to 7-7, and it's Agri with the service, the setter. Matui and the libero there could not agree on who was going to pick it, and Nder effectively sends it out of court. He's yet to get on court. Nder for GSU, or Cornelius, his official name. And again for TVC, quite a glaring mistake there by Ogwa. There is a touch out by KDF, and that score then means that it goes to GSU. Coach Aliwa is not having any of it, but the referee has thus decided. That ball is going to be served by GSU, and it's 8 ups. Technical timeout by I think Kenyami, Florence?
Yes, Kenyami have asked for a timeout. I think after that bridging of the gap between the two teams, it was 4 points ahead. Right now it's just a point ahead. Probably looking at the need to call a timeout.
The fans and all the players for Kenya Defence Forces disagree with the referee, who has made that decision that there was no touch out. Everyone is up on their feet. The second referee with that decision that there seems to have been a touch out, and the referee reverses his decision. So the GSU side has to go to also get to hear from the referee on why he reversed that decision. It's only 2 points between these two teams, TVC and what a miss there by the KDF side. Anyway, back to the outside court. It is Ogo with the service for TVC. The libero picks it up on the other side. Over receives it, and Okelo there makes good use of that trust that Jean-Claude had for him. It's 12 ups. Maxwell picks it, and that ball goes. Well, is it out of? There seems to be a net touch, but there's definitely going to be a lot of uproar, especially in the match between GSU and KDF. If there's any error that is made in the officiating desk. Libero picks it up nicely. It is Joshua this time around. Again between Agri Kibungei and Josephat Karanja. He finds that space, makes good use of it. On the other side, it is Mbappe who, well, there seems to be an issue today with the officiation on both sides of the pitch. I mean on both pitches. There seems to have been a net touch on the other side, and so it's 13-all. Is it 13-all or 13-12? Net touch by Chelule of GSU. It's 14 for Kenya Army, 13 for TVC. Kelvin Omuse with that service, poorly received by the libero GSU. Hudson there, but the coach tells him to relax. Kenya Army with a service, nicely picked up. Okay, not very nicely picked up by Mbappe, but it is James Mutero who saves the situation. Ogwa still has it. Okello goes in hard, sending that ball. Oh, what a block! What a block by Agri. The setter KDF stopping Matui in his tracks. It is a game of guns in this outside court. KDF now have taken a 3-point lead, while Trailblazers have caught up with Army. The libero again. Oh, that was a quick finish by Chelule for GSU. Again, that blocking defense there by Agri Kibungei and Josephat Karanja is not enough to stop him because of how fast that ball was set and the speed with which Chelule attacked it. 15 TVC, 14 Kenya Army, and that ball does not cross the net for Agri Kibungei, effectively sending GSU, well, they're still 1 point behind. 16 TVC, Kenya Army for 15. Oh, was that an S by Nimrod? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And TVC seem to be the kings of comeback today. 17-14. And it's 13-all in the indoor court. JC with a service, send it out of court. That is Matui. Mbappe goes for that kill. He does it really well. 3 points clear, TVC. KDF with a service, nicely picked up by the libero there. It is Chelule again, and he sends it out of court very quickly. KDF back to their 2 point lead. On this other end, TVC also leading by just 2 points. Matui picks it this time around, and it is Josephat Karanja who lands on the net. Kenya Army with a service. Misiko is back on court for GSU. Agri Kibunge picks it up nicely. It is Kelly Omuse, and that ball does not cross the net. It does not cross the net. The referee makes that decision again, and they do not seem to agree. Is that Ogwa who's been blocked thus? And so it is 18 ups. Is it? We wait and see if the scoreline will change. Wasisi with the service sends it out of court. Again he's blocked, Kelvin Omuse. And it's 16-15 in favor of GSU. On this other end it's 19-17 in favor of TVC. And that service error by Chelule means that it's 16 all, while TVC have gotten to their 20th mark against a raging side. There they are left alone. Just looks at Agri, the setter for KDF, and just plays it slightly to the side of his arms there. And Kim Tai is going to come in, I think, for Agri. Maxwell there just places it right out of court. And GSU back in the lead. While on this side, Kenya Army trailing by 2 points. It's Kiptanui with the service. And it is Nimrod who is having to have a conversation with the coach there, because now Kenya Army are back at just 1 point difference. Then for GSU, they are leading by 2 points. Another poor reception there, but Ogwa is able to salvage the situation. So they are back to their 2 point lead, TVC. Florence, what's your thought about the way that TVC have played, or is it that they're only doing this for the first 2 sets?
They have had a slow start on both sets, or a very strong finish on the second set, though Kenya Army was proving to be a bit stubborn on that. So basically, we expect them to take this set. Definitely, they have improved on their coordination. A bit of errors on the
Maxwell there goes in hard. It is still in play, and it is the setter, the libero, who goes for it. It is still in court. Agri Kibunge, and what a finish! What a brilliant finish from Matui GSU. Agri Kibunge is not able to pick it up. Such a beautiful set piece there. A beautiful pipe. Played, of course, by Matthias, and really nice finish from Matui. They make a change to replace Maxwell. GSU are leading by 3 points. On this other end, TVC are leading by 2 points. It's the new pair of hands. They are donning jersey number 15 for KDF. Get you the name shortly. But they are out on a timeout. Second one in this set, KDF. Are they sending it is set point for Trailblazers Volleyball Club against Kenya Army's 20. And in the inside court, we have General Service Unit leading by 4 points at 20 marks. And the Kenya Defense Forces really at 16. Such a beautiful display here. We have a slight technical issue with our camera that is supposed to be bringing us the highlights from that particular match, but we are doing everything we can to be able to at least give you a few pictures from that. So they are replacing Agri, the setter, with Muya, who comes in there also to replace Kelly, who is going out to be replaced by Kim Tai, the other setter for Kenya Defense Forces. These really are austerity measures, if you ask me. And Trailblazers Volleyball Club have finished the second set 25-21, and now we are bringing you the match between GSU and KDF. There is a net touch again by KDF, and Joshua with a lot of power behind that ball sends it off of the blocks to the outside court. The fans here are up in their feet. At least you have some pictures from the game that is indoors. Muya salvages the situation. It is there now, and the libero Samoe from KDF is not able to pick that ball up, sending it to that scoring board. You have to see this, Florence. You really have to see this, because it is shaping up to be such a beautiful game. The libero salvages that situation. It is again the new pair of hands. Look at that. It is Muya who is stopped by a one-man single block there by Nder. Really beautiful performance there from the GSU side. Sends them to 23 points. KDF are at 16. It's 23-16. Agri Kibungei picks it. Such a good spin there from Wekesa, I think, in the middle. Player donning jersey number 10. And they are at 17. It's Muya with the service. Are we going to see his signature jump service? Well, we wait to see. It's donning jersey number 12 for his Kenya Army side. Muya, of course, swings it in. Nicely picked up by Matu. Is it an over reception? Yeah, I mean, it's actually an overpass. And because of the way that the roof is designed, there's a lot of shine that comes through. So Matthias was not able to make anything of that. It is Muya with the service still. It is to the net, and so effectively GSU are at set point. And KDF 18. As it stands, Trailblazers are leading by 2-0. On this other end, GSU are on the verge of winning their second set. It is a service out of court by, is it Cornelius? Yes, it is. Another service for the Kenya Defence Forces side at 19, and GSU at 24. Is it all right? Yeah, it's still salvaged. The libero just spins it with his left hand there. Oh, it is blocked, but still comes off the hands of and it is there. There is a net touch by the KDF side, and that means that pipe, although it was not as they might have anticipated it, but GSU win the second set 25-19. So GSU 2, KDF 0. We are taking you back to the match between TVC and Kenya Army,
which has just started. TVC registering the first point of the third set. We have Masezerano, the setter, at the service court. Easily picked. The ball goes out. Another point for TVC. Starting an early lead for the first time in this match. They have not been leading in the early stages of any set.
Well, it's Masezerano with the service again. It goes across the net. They are not able to pick that up from the backcourt. But the GSU fans are alive in the indoor in the indoor court. And again, like we've just done, we will be able to bring you highlights from that match that is going on between General Service Unit and KDF, all the while as TVC play Kenya Army. Oh, it is still in play. What's happening here? James Mutero with that. It is Ogwa. Who goes for that finish? Or is it Nimrod? Such a beautiful game they are playing today, those lads. The match between GSU and KDF. Of course, it's that break between the two sets. There is quite an issue with the match outside as well, I think, or is it the ball that has gone out of court?
There is an issue of the referees. Actually, an injury from the look of things.
Oh no.
Saying
we have Kate attending to one of the players. I think it's Wanyama. Is it?
Wanyama
For
seems to have had an impact.
well, we hope that it is nothing that is serious, and that he's able to continue with the game. The match between GSU and KDF is getting to its third set. Remember, as it stands, GSU have 2 sets. KDF 0. And the outside court, Trailblazers 2, Kenya Army 0.
Well, the game between TVC and Kenya Army seems to have taken a bit of a stop, citing that slight injury that happened involving Wanyama. We sincerely hope that it is not going to be too serious enough to take him off court. That seems to be the case. There seems to be a need for him to step out and actually pay a bit more attention to that injury. It seems much more serious than it was anticipated. It's going to be a change. There's going to be a replacement there. Wanyama stepping out, and in comes one jersey number 6 for Kenya Army. So unfortunate that had to happen, but it is the nature of the game. We keep moving. In the indoor arena, the set number 3 is underway, with GSU making the first serve of the match. Matthias at the service court. Easily picked. And KDF make the first point of the third set. This is the third set of the match between GSU and the Kenya Defense Forces. First point going to KDF. And the match between TVC and Kenya Army is back. TVC still leading by 4 points to 1 of Kenya Army. An error by the libero, GSU costing them a point and putting one more point into the basket of KDF. This is a heated match. Both teams really feeling the pressure. Both teams tied at 2 points each. Well, KDF, there seems to be a contention on the nature of that ball. Complaint to the referee.
The first referee there seems to have made a decision already, and his decision cannot be reversed unless it happens like it did. In the outside court we have Kenya Army at 3, TVC 5. Okello really being very influential for his team today. In the indoor court we have GSU at 4, Kenya Army at 2. Mika Lagat with that reception. It is now Omuse. That ball is still in play. That point goes to KDF. I still am yet to make of what happened there, but the referees have decided. So Matthias goes to pick it. It is Joshua. This falls.
Oh, it's a one-hand set.
One-hand set by Kim Tai there. This other end, James Mutero picks it up. Masezerano goes for. Oh, he's able to actually split the blocking line there, but Mbappe is not able to finish that. Just hits it by the net there. Look at that. Oh, what a finish. Very quick hit by Misiko for GSU. And in the outside court it seems Kenya Army have started pulling that comeback because they have reduced that gap to only 1 point. I hope we are not going to see what we've been seeing in the previous matches where TVC leads by 2 sets and then they are not able to continue defending it. Yeah, that ball goes out of court supposedly, as the ref claims. KDF side quite annoyed by that decision.
There seemed to be a challenge that there was a touch on that ball.
When Sisi picks it up, it is still in play. Courtesy of Ogwa goes for it and kills it beautifully. Beautiful saves from James Mutero, the captain of Trailblazers Volleyball Club. And it is Nimrod Kamadi who goes to serve. There's an issue, I think, with the officiation in the match that is going on in the inside court, because the first referee does not seem to maintain his decisions, because at one point he has decided that the ball is in court. At the other decision, you know, he seems to just reverse it, because if they are in contention with the second referee there, then it's supposed to be a common ball, that one.
Or better still, if a rule has been made by the first
referee,
it should not change.
Yeah, it should
not change whatsoever. It's really frustrating for both teams. You really cannot tell whether you can count on a point or not, because he keeps changing his decisions. GSU still leading at 6.
Ogwa with a nice reception there, but they are not able to defend it. And the likes of Okello. That ball goes out of court, just outside of that antenna. Mika Lagat could not pick that up. Wondering who is it that is up with those services for GSU. Is it Joshua?
Joshua, the service
definitely has to be Joshua in that service
jump
spot.
serve.
Another one.
Ball is still in play.
It is Joshua was supposed to have picked it. It's 6 for KDF, 7 for GSU. In the outside court it's TVC leading by 2 points, and Mbappe with that service picked by Wanyama quite easily. It is Wanyama again. They can, you know, quite a good placement there by Clifford Omanya. On this other end it's 7-7. 7 GSU, KDF 7. Remember, both sets are the third sets. Mbappe again, this time around, sending that ball flying out of court. Nice service from... Oh! What a clinical finish by Matui there. He's been trusted by his setter Matthias, and boy does he deliver. It is Kenya Army with a service. James Mutero picks it. Saved by Jean-Claude there. It is still in play. That's beautiful formation there by Mombos. And they are only 1 point clear, TVC. Agri Kibungei. Signature power behind that ball. Kibungei with a service for KDF. And it's 11 ups in the match between TVC and KDF. And there, Cornelius is not able to complete that move. Is it Omanya again? Yes, it is. Trusted again the second time by Jean-Claude Masezerano. They're able to go to 12. The Libero picks it up nicely. It is Nder this time around. Who will save it?
Matthias.
And it's such an easy one by Matui there. Or is it Joshua?
It is Matui.
It is Matui. Omanya with the service with Sisi. Oh, it is quite an easy point there to give away TVC. It's 12 ups and it's 9 ups. 12 ups for TVC Kenya Army, 9 ups for GSU KDF. This is the placement. Oh, look at that. The setter there, Kim Tai, being very witty with the way he finishes that ball. Ogo again, playing it really well for his side, TVC. And it is Jean-Claude with a service. Wanyama, but it's easily picked up by Mbappe, who then comes in again to finish it. What is happening? Wanyama looks at the opportunity there, but Ogwa there could not make a decision on whether to go for it or not. Kenya Army 13, TVC 13. In the indoor court, it's KDF 10 and KDF 10, GSU 11. What's it going to be? It's Wesisi there with a very quick finish, and it's 14-all. It's 1 by 1 by 1. Who is going to finish it? It's Matui. Gives it away rather easily for GSU, and again Kim Tai goes for it. And Matthias cannot take any of that because he gave away a very simple point. And it's 11 ups in the indoor court. Mbappe picks it up. Nimrod Kamadi is the one who's been clinical for TVC so far. Nicely picked up by Nder. It is Nder. Yes. Omuse who picks it up. There's no one to pick it up. And this time around, Nicola got there. Pretty psyched up for his colleague Kelly Omuse. There is a net touch by Mbappe. It's 15-14. What a finish! What a finish by Joshua for GSU. Very clinical, very quick. They blinked, Mika Lagat and Kelly Omuse, and they lost it. TVC again. Mbappe with that finish. It is 16 for TVC, 15 for Kenya Army. The indoor court, it's 12-12. It's neck to neck really here. Kim goes for it. It is Mika Lagat who sends that ball out off of the blocks of Joshua and his friend there, the middle blocker. It is 16 ups in the outside court in the match between TVC and Kenya Army. What a beautiful finish again from the GSU side. Wanyama sends it out of court, and it is TVC 17, Kenya Army 16. In the indoor court we have GSU and KDF tied at 13 marks. Oh, and Agri Kibunge moving pretty strongly, and there is no one to stop him really. Mbappe going hard with that attack. It's a free ball really, they can do with it as they please. This time around he sends it out of play. Mbappe, that service goes out of play again for KDF, and back at par at 14, and the match outside is at par at 17. It's interesting sides today.
Very interesting with
It's a net serve by Kenya Army,
and the serve
it's a service out of court by GSU.
A lot of excitement at the KDF side.
And of course, by the way, I have a question for our online listeners. It's Omanya with a service for TVC. Or does it touch the infrastructure? It doesn't. This time around Matui again breaking that blocking formation by Josephat Karanja and Agri Kibunge. It's 15-15, while on the outside court it's 19-17 in favor of TVC. And this is my question. Last year, Trailblazers Volleyball Club hosted a league leg. The question is, who were their four partners? TVC hosted a league leg last season. The question is, who were their four partners? So kindly name all those four partners. If you are the first one to give that answer correct, it is Joshua for GSU. And remember, Trailblazers Volleyball Club are leading by 4 points now. So it's TVC at 21, Kenya Army 17. In the match between GSU and KDF, it is 16-16. And this is such an interesting set that we've seen KDF going neck to neck with GSU. That backcourt error there again by Matui and I think Joshua there. They come back from the timeout. Kenya Army trailing at 4 points. Kenya Defense Forces 17. Oh, what look at that. Nice block by KDF. Mika Lagat there and Wekesa, I think, as well as Kimtai. The coach having a conversation with his setter, who set it towards the center there. And that ball goes out of play again. Poorly received by Nder. I think Josephat Karanja is being a little bit technical with his services, looking for those attackers who are going to, so they are leading by 3 points, KDF, in this set. Just the same way that TVC is leading by 3 points. Ogwa again pulling up his socks for his team. It's a beautiful, beautiful display here by Emmanuel Ogwa for TVC. Thank you so much for understanding that we first would, of course, prioritize this match between TVC and Kenya Army, and then once it is done, Agri Kibunge, that was a little bit loaded coming from Nder, the legendary attacker from GSU, and Agri Kibunge sends it to the roof. It is 17-19, of course, with KDF in the lead. Mika Lagat. It is Agri who attacks the net, and it is 18-17. On the other end, it is 20-22 in favor of Trailblazers. Nimrod Hamadi, it's Ogwa, who is not able to, rather sends that ball out of court. Kelly Omuse, ball comes back, and this time around the setter was spotted. He was spotted by Cornelius there, and they are going to go on a timeout. KDF, it's 19 all, while on the other side it's TVC 23, Kenya Army 21, and boy oh boy, we are having a match of the leg.
And I think TVC should just call it a game.
Yep.
Just the points.
Wanyama, is it in play? Yes, Nimrod. It is. Oh, there is a net touch. I hope that there is no injury by this. Is it Wanyama again?
Wanyama and Mbappe. Wanyama attempting to block.
Seems to have had been a clash there, but.
And things are heated up in the indoor arena. 19-19.
Even here, I thought it was a set point for TVC, but it's a point to Wanyama there in his side. Nicely picked, and it is Ogwa. No, it's Nimrod actually, who is not able to finish. And you see these errors at the very tail end, where they would have just finished it. That ball is in court. It is Joshua with that block, stopping Mika Lagat. There's going to be a change. They're going to bring back Agri KDF. And they are going to also bring back Muya to replace Kelly Omuse in that position. Ladies and gentlemen, we are yet to see the responses towards the question that we asked. This is the match. GSU 20, KDF 19. In the match between TVC and Kenya Army. It is 23-23.
The GSU fans
charging
up,
starting to chant, because victory really is not a distant far for them. Mika Lagat with that easy placement. It is going to haunt him, because that is a beautiful finish. Well, yet to be over. Mika Lagat again. This time around there is a net touch by either Misiko or Joshua there. TVC are at set point. TVC are at set point. They make another change. KDF. It's 20-20, and it's match point for TVC. 24-23, and then Kim goes to serve for KDF. Setter number 2 for the Kenya Defence Forces side. Kim Tai with that service, nicely picked up by Nder. Is it Nder? It is Joshua, and that ball did not cross the net. KDF 21, GSU 20, and that ball again for the Kenya Army side. We are at 24-24. Such an interesting day here. But Trailblazers would want to win this. They would really want to win this. Otherwise, it's going to be quite dangerous. Joshua this time around plays the witty card. Oh, what a display. What a beautiful display. It is 21 ups. Just as it is 24 ups in the match between Trailblazers Volleyball Club. Oh, there is a net touch by Sisi.
By Mbappe, actually.
Yeah, it's actually by Mbappe.
It was by Mbappe. The ball was too close to the net.
Man,
he attempted to save it.
They have been in the lead for quite some time, Trailblazers. They wouldn't want to give away this lead. And Kelly Omuse for what a block. What a block. Oh, there seems to be a net touch, yeah? Seems to be a net touch. And I had seen that it was an end of that set. It's 25 all in the match between TVC and Kenya Army. And then we are going to cross over. It is a net service by the KDF side. It is Mika Lagat alias Chebitet. It seems to be a net attack again on the side of look at that. Mbappe really has been trusted by his setter, but he hasn't delivered 3 times in a row. Naftali Chumba comes in for GSU. It's 22-22. Aha. Kenya Army at set point. With Sisi with a service. Picked up by Mbappe. Oh, it is still in play. Mbappe again is being depended upon to finish this. But Kenya Army win a set 27-25. And in the indoor court,
KDF
where we are crossing over to, KDF
in the lead
are leading 23-22. What we talked about previously about TVC not being able to finish up their sets, because this would have been an easy 3-0, but they have given it out, albeit at a very tight place, because it's 27-25. KDF with a service. It is Maxwell with a service.
Well served.
He picks it.
Yes.
It is. Oh, it is Matui with a very quick finish there. Kelvin Omuse again not able to stop him. It's 23-23. Of course, Trailblazers have given away that set. Rather, let me put it this way. Kenya Army have come back to win that set. There is a change by GSU to bring in Kogo in place of Matthias there, who is going to step out for only a few seconds really.
New hands in defense.
And in the service court, do we have Joshua?
We have
yes,
Joshua
it is.
In the service court.
What a beautiful service.
Well set.
Oh, and a beautiful finish. Massive attack from Agri Kibunge. And if everything goes like the other set outside, then KDF are going to win this set. And we are going to have another set. So it is set point for KDF. 23 GSU. What's it gonna be? Ladies and gentlemen, the pressure is on. And Kelly Omuse, at the brink of that win, gives away that set. That service. Some way they're encouraging him.
Is livid.
The coach is livid, but he's telling them that it is not yet over until it's over.
The tension
Taris as well having a conversation with Chelule there. I can almost bet, Flora, that that ball is going to be set in the middle there, because Chelule has been slow, either there or where Matthias is going to be defending from because of his height. Bonfentry comes in for Matui.
Experienced hands of
Experienced hands now. Remember in the previous leg he was very influential
in the win
against for GSU against AP Kenya.
Well, it's a simple serve, I believe. Well picked.
That serve is. It is picked. Bonfentry again.
A simple finish. Well
it
picked.
Is Kelly who goes for it. Pasta again. And this time around it's Pasta who again is influential there. And they are not being able
coming into play
to pick it.
his name coming into play. Probably that is divine strength.
Matui comes back in. It's 25 for KDF.
Matui might have it from the backcourt.
And it is Agri Kibunge, aka Pasta, who goes to serve. What's it going to be, ladies and gents? Agri Kibunge with the service. Simple one, nicely picked up. It is. Oh my! Mika Lagat rushes to try and salvage it, but he is not able to. 25.
Another substitution.
And all the fans. Naftali goes in. Steps out to be replaced by. Misiko comes back in. Going to have to redo that substitution again.
Probably.
Naftali Chumba.
The referees did not have a chance of writing that down.
And now I think Kim Tai will try and just dodge that ball, because now he's in the front court. If Misiko delays in jumping up to defend, then we might just see a 26 for KDF.
Well,
and of course, hoping that they serve right. They serve right. It is still in play.
A mistake they will regret.
Oh,
this ball is still in play. It is still in play. Well set.
It is Mika Lagat. And he finds it. I told you where it will be attacked.
Matthias is finished.
Matthias is setting it. He's blocking it.
This is personal for him. This game is personal for him. It shows how much he has stepped into the shoes of Melly.
If you have trusted someone with a finish and they are not able to finish, then you have to believe it. It is Josphat Karanja with the service. If he makes any other error in service, then we are going to see this set going to even 30. There is that possibility.
Timeout for
with a timeout.
Much needed break. There was too much tension on court, especially by the setter. The setter being looked upon as the engine of the team. You cannot afford to break. You cannot afford to lose it.
In the fourth set between Kenya Army and Trailblazers Volleyball Club, Trailblazers are leading 3 points to nil. Whether they are able to maintain that lead to the very end is something that we wait to see. But yes, back to this match between GSU and KDF. Kenya Defence Forces are trying to regain their footing in this match, really.
Indeed they are.
A change there to bring back, I think it's Wekesa or Nyongesa, they keep forgetting that name. But it is Josphat Karanja with the service.
KDF trying as much as they can to defend this point.
Josphat Karanja serves it.
Not quite received as expected. It's sprint, it is a spin.
Oh well. It is over, isn't it? And it is! Out of court.
There is a net touch.
And KDF
made a comeback
in that set. And all their fans are up in their feet, up on their feet, celebrating. Because at least they have gotten to play better in this set. They have been able to redeem themselves from a 3-0 thrashing
to a possible
5-setter. But you have to give it to them, really. They have maximized on the errors that the General Service Unit have made. And give it to also, like, GSU have made several errors that have eventually cost them a 3-0 win. While if they are able to win the set, then still it will be 3-1 and they'll get full points. But with KDF that is now, psyched up, then it's possible.
Well, both teams assured of a spot in the playoffs. It's a question of bragging rights right now.
Yep.
Which team will win? Which team will make a statement and tell them that if we meet at the playoffs, then I'm thrashing you? Well, a very, very interesting turn of events here at the NYAYO National Stadium on both courts.
Yes.
We had anticipated a 3-0 win for TVC against Kenya Army. They pulled up a comeback like we had anticipated. The same has happened in the indoor arena against GSU.
And as it stands, Kenya Army are at 4, TVC 6. No, actually, I think 5. I'm going to have a look at that again. We asked a question. Let me just check if we have an answer. Aha. Who is the first one to have answered this? Clifford Omanya there making that save, much needed save at that point in time. Aha. Let us see if we have an answer, and also the team that we have in the background will also help us check that. TVC are leading by just 2 points, and Nimrod Hamadi is topped there by, oh, there seems to be an issue there. Oh, that point goes to TVC, leading at 8 points, I think. It is Mbappe who goes for that, where Sisi is able to make that finish off of the hands of Ogwa, I think a blockout. So the answers that we're expecting are Coca-Cola, Real Hospital, Tortuga Ramba, and Mafro Sports. So let's just check who was the first one.
Very interesting. Pamela Omolo was the first one to answer. Mafro Sports, Coca-Cola, Real Hospital, and Tortuga Ramba.
And
well, she seems to have done her homework quite well. Well, you have similar answers after that, but Pamela was the first one to answer that.
And so that is our winner, Pamela Omolo. You know what to do. Get to where there is a TVC official and ask for your
there's
hoodie.
A correction there.
Or is it a correction?
A correction right there. The first one to get the answer was actually Michael Regan.
No. If it is, in fact, if it is Regan, Regan is a player. TVC,
Regan is a player for TVC. Ezekiel Mutai. Well, we needed 4, right?
Yes, 4. So Tortuga Ramba, Mafro Sports,
Ezekiel
Real
Mutai.
Hospital, and
How do we
Coca-Cola.
handle a case of an extra answer that was wrong? 5 answers, 4 right, 1 wrong.
Which other one? So read them.
After Regan, it's Ezekiel Mutai who seems to have gotten the answer with an additional of Absa Bank. Well, we do not know what to do with that. Indeed, he got
The
all
question
the
was
answers
4,
right, but an
so
extra.
yeah, we are going to decide that before
We will decide that before the end of
this live. Yeah, we're going to ask the team that is behind the scenes to sort of make a decision on who is the winner of that particular question, and effectively the winner of that hoodie. I mean, the one who answered that question correctly, and the winner of that hoodie. The set between GSU and KDF, the fourth set is underway. And in the match between TVC and Kenya Army are at 8, TVC 11, and Kenya Army with that service out of court. Kim just asked for it. Oh, what a piece of block from I just forgot that there are no pictures for that as at now, but the first point of that fourth set goes to GSU. Powerful block from Misiko and Joshua. There is a timeout by Kenya Army at 8, TVC 13. And the TVC team is having conversations just by the side there. The coach, of course, Coach Oselu, having conversations with the ones on court. But then the ones who are not on court, you can see Mutua there, Emmanuel Meli, Derek Apat, having that conversation there alongside Ngatia. That timeout is just about done. KDF 1, GSU 2. The libero picks it up nicely. It is Matui. That ball is still in play. There is a net touch by Joshua there, trying to sort of cover and pick that ball. And Matui is telling him, I was right there. You would have trusted me with that job. Kenya Army 9, Trailblazers 13. Again, Matui. Well, this time around, all that power there is enough to send that ball flying. Trailblazers Volleyball Club at 14, I think. Very nice finish from Eugene Okello, who's been trusted by Jean-Claude Masezerano there. Nicely picked up. Ball goes out of court. Mika Lagat was of the idea that there was a touch out, but the referees think otherwise. I think there is a possible injury again on the side of the Kenya Army side, on the side of Kenya Army, because they are just from a timeout, and we can see Kate going there to help attend to them. But that, as it is, Trailblazers are leading by 14. Kenya Army 9. Quite a comfortable lead if you ask me. KDF 3, GSU 4 in the inside court. And it's back in play in the outside court as well. It's a block out by Pastor or Agri Kibunge, and a net touch as well. So while he would have complained that there was a touch out, it was also challenge on his side. This time around he's able to send that ball flying really quickly. Kenya Army at 10, TVC 14. Matui there with that kill. This time around, no one is able to stop it. Jean-Claude Masezerano, then Nimrod. Beautiful formation there. And the coaches are cheering on. Of course, you have Moses there, who played in Iraq. Just watching on the sidelines there. Kelvin Omuse. Beautiful attack for KDF. It's 11-15 with the TVC leading. It's just 1 point difference with GSU in the lead in the match that is going on in the indoor arena. Nimrod again being very clinical for his team today. Look at that. Just played from the backcourt. And he's able to send his team to a 5 point lead quite comfortably. Nimrod. It is 16-11. Mbappe there. And we have Boash, who's just come in. Dealt with that overpass very quickly. TVC 17. Very nice block from the GSU side. Again, there is, I think, an antenna touch there. That ball hit the antenna on the match that is going on in the outside court. TVC 18, Army 11, and they are out on another timeout. They are out on another timeout, Kenya Army. 7 points between the two teams. In the match between GSU and KDF, I'll tell you how the scores are in a bit. Just a bit. GSU, oh yeah, they would have served, but KDF are out on a timeout. GSU leading at 9 points, KDF 5. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're joining us, this is the second day of the fifth leg of this match between the sixth leg of the KVF National Volleyball League, the men's category. And we have Trailblazers playing Kenya Army. And in the inside court we have GSU playing KDF. GSU with a comfortable 4-point lead against their arch rivals KDF. And we have Kenya Army playing Trailblazers Volleyball Club. James Mutero picks it. It is Boash. Tries to go in hard. I think there's a net touch there. And they go to 19. 7 points clear. Trailblazers. It is Boash who goes to serve. Chelula with a service for... Oh, it is in play. Chelula with a... Oh, nice one. Nicely picked again by Joshua.
There is a net touch.
There is a net touch.
A huge one.
And also Kenya Army are able to earn a point. So it is 13 for Kenya Army and 19 for TVC. 6-9. He is able to get those points off of the hands of Joseph Karanja, Cornelius Lagat, or Nder, if you like it.
Well, a new development.
Tell us.
Ezekiel does not get the answer right by virtue of mentioning Absa.
All right, because the question said 4.
4.
It's a beautiful ace by Matthias in the indoor court. Such a beautiful ace for GSU. They move 6 points clear. Or is it 5? 5 points clear. Kenya Army are 6 points again. Trailing by 6 points. So it's a beautiful, beautiful display here. What a block. Oh, it is still in play.
Matthias.
Joshua. Still in play.
Beautiful defense.
Matui.
He hits it.
Who sends it out of play.
There is a lot of frustration.
A lot of frustration, you can tell from the setter Matthias. His hands are akimbo now. We are going to bring you that match, that set in a bit because TVC are at 21. Kenya Army 14. Look at that. Weren't able to agree, Nimrod and Okello. And effectively, there is still 6 points between the two teams. Just as it is. Well, it's 5 points between GSU and KDF, with GSU in the lead. Kenya Army with that service. Ogwa receives it. It is Nimrod who goes to kill. And they are at 22 TVC. Nimrod has been very influential for his side. Woo! What? That was a tight one for Matthias.
Error by Matthias.
No, but there was an idea, yes.
And a beautiful
pick by Joshua there, or was it?
It was
yeah,
Matthias.
Joshua.
Matthias
yes.
actually picked it. The
Yep.
third point.
He was not able to finish it.
Threw it
It is
right
16
into the net.
Kenya Army, 22 TBC. Look at that. Oh, it goes out of play, and Maxwell again effectively hitting the net in the process. Mbappe on the other hand is being stopped by Wesisi there. And they are at 17 points, Kenya Army. 17-22. Kenya Army with the service. James Mutero is not pleased with what he's saying. Misiko with that net serve. But he can't afford to make those mistakes. He has a solid 4-point lead.
Can he really?
Well, it depends on how they are able to finish. We wait and see. Again, Nimrod Kamadi being very influential. Matui there again for his team. So it is Matui for the indoor court and Joshua. While in the outside court it is Nimrod Kamadi. And it is 23-17. Wesisi stopped in his tracks. That ball I thought was still in play. The libero picks it. Masezerano, Nimrod Hamadi plays it on court, and it is set point for Trailblazers. Match point for TBC, and there goes to kill it, and well does he. Yes, he does. Such a beautiful pipe. Nice and beautiful formation. Easy picks. We are going to shortly bring you that match. So just hold on. It's 15 for GSU, 9 for KDF, and set point for TBC, 17 for Kenya Army. Such a beautiful hit by Kibungei Agri off of the blocks of Chelule there. And it's 5 points between the two teams. Are they able to finish it?
Indeed they are.
No, they aren't. They weren't able to finish that because Wanyamas. Oh yeah, they actually have finished it. That match is over, and we are bringing you this match between GSU and Kenya Defense Forces, because as it stands, Trailblazers have won their match at 25-17 against Kenya Army. Maximum points for TBC today.
3 points. They do not lose a point despite losing that one set.
And it seems as though that is what is going to happen here in this match between GSU and KDF. But yeah, if you're joining us, at least we say that we are committed to ensuring that at least we bring you highlights of both matches. And it's been quite a tricky balance because we are obligated to stream our matches as TBC, but also bring you the action from this other side of court. And as it stands, GSU are leading with 5 points. It is Nder now who plays the witty one. Such calm and collected. Look at the way he does that. And now we can see Enoch Mogeni walking there into the indoor court alongside his teammate. Of course, he's played in the league in Japan, Enoch Mogeni, and he's around after that season ended. So GSU again at 18, KDF 11. They make a change to bring in Muya to replace Kelvin Omuse, if you like, and it is Chelule with the service. Chelule with a service for GSU, formerly of TBC. Would be proud to know. Oh, he sends that ball out of court. Chelule. He would be proud to know that his side has won in the other match, like his previous side.
Indeed, it only shows that there's quality in performance.
Exactly.
Here at TBC. Perhaps to clear the confusion on our online platform right here, it is clear that Pamela indeed was the first one to get the correct answers. Mutai did mention Coca-Cola in his list of the partners that partners partnered with TVC.
Yes.
Congratulations,
So
Pamela.
it's
Please
Although
contact us.
anyway, I'll reserve my comments. But
Contact us, Pamela, on our Facebook page. Send us an inbox on how we will get.
I am certain that
Your
Pamela
prize
Opolo
to you.
is at NYAYO Stadium. So just come and pick your hoodie.
Oh, good.
After
Good.
this match.
Please do. Please come and pick your hoodie. I am sure you will be happy donning the colors and brand that is TVC.
Of course.
Volleyball.
I think we were having a conversation sometime in the previous legs, and she was saying that while her loyalties are with KPA, she's also now supporting Trailblazers Volleyball Club, and that she's been able to answer that question correctly. Tells me that she is well informed on what's happening on this side as well. If you're joining us, this is the match between GSU and KDF, the one that you've been asking for severally, and now we are able to bring it to you. Maxwell, of course, playing it simply against a wall that is standing there, really.
A human
A
wall.
human wall. The height that Misiko has there, really, he would have thought to play it to the backcourt. So it is 20 against 12 of KDF. 8 points, and Matthias with an ace. And you can see how proud he is. And he has all the support of everyone in the stadium right now. General Service Unit stamping their authority, stamping their position in this league. They have won this countless times, really.
They are the defending champions
They are the
of
defending
the
champions.
2021-2022 National League. Whether they will be maintaining that at the end of this season is yet to be confirmed.
Well, if these ones are their arch rivals, then they are going to confirm this again in the playoffs.
It's never over until it's over.
It's never over until it's
And
over.
again,
No-
a rule
no-
of
no
the
less.
match is important to note that it is very difficult to beat a team twice. Very, very difficult, because the first
I will
time
give you an example.
they go back to the
of
drawing
where it
board.
happened.
It does
I'll give you
happen,
an
but it is difficult. It does happen,
So in
but
the
it is
previous
difficult.
season, in the previous season, in the 6th leg, I think a leg just like this one today, it is there without touch out, and he walks away like he has done nothing. Cornelius, this really has been his area of expertise for quite some time now.
His experience is
And
really
the amount of experience that he carries on his shoulders, really, Cornelius, or commonly known as Nder,
Really,
it's just, you know, a lot of that. He goes to serve. Samuel picks it. Maxwell again with that decider there, but they are trailing by quite a number of points. KDF.
Actually 8 points to be precise.
And then again asking for that 6-5. He's the one who picks it. Will he play it? It's Joshua. It is still in play. And there goes for it. Misiko. Joshua again. And that means that GSU are just 2 points. 2 points to the end of this match. The coach there, Mr. Tarus, is not even shaken. Very calm, very collected. The defense line has Joshua, it has Matui, and it has Chelule. Quite a tall human wall there. Who is it going to be? It's Maxwell. Sends it out of play, gets into the net. And it is set point for the General Service Unit.
A solid 10-point lead against
And you
14.
can see the fans here cheering on their side. GSU, who've been dominant in this league for quite some time. GSU poorly received again on the other side. And it is one man, his name is Joshua, who is able to stop Muya in his tracks. It was really a game of guns here. It was just a matter of which ones are going to be silenced first.
Indeed.
And it appears that KDF are the ones who are flying the white flag here, surrendering
Very
to that
interesting
defeat.
match. Very heated match.
Heated
Very-
match. It almost appears as though General Service Unit did a curtsy to allow KDF to win the other one.
Well, did they allow? They did not allow, considering the
But yes,
basis
they
that
did
were-
play well, Kenya Defence Forces.
KDF are a team to reckon.
They have just not been able to maintain that
been
to
making
the,
it to the
to the
playoffs
end.
for years. Only
It
that
is-
it's yet to be desired whether they will one day take the lead. We are yet to find that one out, but,
And
but
remember,
until that time, we still keep watching and keep bringing this action live.
Well, we wait and see. Well, this season they seem to be able to qualify for the playoffs. KDF. Last year they were not able, by a very small margin really.
Indeed.
But they seem to have already cemented their place in the playoffs. KDF.
I think
But
it's
it is
clear right
at the end
now.
of the day, General Service Unit were able to maintain that lead and win it for themselves, for their fans, and for their history really. So thank you so much, fans, for joining us in this live broadcast where we've managed as much as we could to bring you both matches concurrently. At the commentary desk, it's been yours truly, Emmanuel Egon.
And Florence Bosire signing out, wishing you a beautiful day. Let's meet tomorrow, same place, same time.
And of course, on behalf of all the technical team behind this production that have made this possible, we want to wish you all a beautiful Saturday evening and see you tomorrow.